Hey everybody, it's Jim Ostrowski. I'm still testing out this Restream. Got rid of the weird graphics, but I don't know. The screen's narrow. I don't really understand it, but so just a test broadcast. Not exactly thrilled with what I'm seeing. Got to figure it out. I might use my laptop on Book Bomb Saturday with some sort of a hotspot. Figure that out too. So just talking about Free the Children, my latest book. On Tom Wood's show tomorrow. I think the show went very well. Tom seemed to really, be supportive of what we're trying to accomplish here. So I'll post that around tomorrow. Trying to think of what else. So the book bomb is Saturday. I'm going to be doing a lot of remotes. That's why I'm trying to figure out this Restream, how to make it look interesting, because I'm going to be doing a lot of shots in front of really important sites. So I want to have the broad view, not accomplishing it with what I'm seeing, but hopefully by Saturday I'll work it out, or I'll figure out how to use a laptop, which I've had a problem with whatsoever. So just trying to think of what else. So the book party is 8 o'clock Saturday, Wanaka Grill, off of Route 5 in Hamburg, south of Buffalo, if you're not from the Buffalo area. Should be a pretty good time. I think we'll have some very interesting people there, and I think you'll want to be there, unless you got some wedding going on or something else. I think what I just wanted to, one of the things I just wanted to point out, if I understand that the concept of this book, but the concept of the book is this, that in blue states, the educational element has a complete monopoly over the state capitals. So it's hopeless. Let's face it. You're not going to whittle away at the government school monopoly in Albany, New York, or Sacramento, or any of the other state capitals. Don't test me. Illinois, Springfield, I don't know. Who cares? I don't live in Illinois. But you've got 23 red states. And by red states, I don't mean states that Trump won. It's more restrictive than that. By red states, I mean states that are completely controlled by the Republican Party. So you've got the Republican Party, which claims to be for school choice, small government, opposing socialism. So in those 23 red states, you've got compulsory socialist government schools, which cost $1 trillion nationally and take a huge bite out of the taxpayers' budget. And they form the infrastructure of the Democratic Party in red and blue states that has the country in the state of collapse, with rampant inflation caused by the progressive institution, the Fed, printing the money supply to pay for the lockdown, which was totally unnecessary. So what I'm proposing is, let's challenge the GOP to finally live up to their principles, which they haven't really done in a very long time. And so I think the pushback is going to be, well, you don't really expect us to get rid of government schools. Well, why not? They weren't needed. What I explained in the book, and in the it's a sequel to Government Schools Are Bad for Your Kids, 2009. So you really kind of need to read both of them together. They're both very readable, short, and quite inexpensive. So here's the argument I make. They were never needed in the first place. We don't have government schools because they were needed. We have government schools because some of the historical figures that laid the groundwork wanted to establish, they wanted to further their religious views, such as Martin Luther. And Luther made a deal with the state. Well, if you help us form these schools, compulsory schools, we'll teach Lutheranism and we'll teach the Germans to love the state. Oh, that didn't turn out too good sometime later. So there's all sorts of sinister motives involved. They weren't needed. There was almost universal schooling before in the West. In the third world today, there's plenty of examples of, for want of a better word, poor people being able to afford pretty good education for their children without the assistance of the government. The government itself has no expertise in education and basically just brainwashes your kids and warehouses them and uses them to milk the bear. So a lot of liberal democratic teachers, union members who got C's in college can live an upper middle class lifestyle that frankly they don't deserve if you judge them by their productivity in the free marketplace, which by definition they're not in the free market. So the whole thing is basically bullshit. So here's my question though, and I'm going to wrap this up because I don't like the view of the video and so on. I'll fix that tomorrow. Here's my question. All you people on, in liberty movement, libertarians, conservatives, so-called people on the right in the non-pejorative term, I don't consider myself on the right at all, but let's say all the people who aren't on the left. What idea do you have to change anything? What are you going to do? You're going to elect school board members? You're naive. We've tried that for years. The school board elections are rigged, like all elections are rigged. Not in the sense that the votes are not counted properly. That's the problem. The problem is the votes are counted properly. It's rigged because special interest groups control elections. They control all elections. And therefore they're rigged. I'm not going to go into the details. If you want to know what that's all about, read the book on the wall behind me, Political Class Dismissed. My first book. Read Progressivism. Read Government School. Things are discussed. You're going to make like the typical, unfortunately, I hate to be caustic here, but it's too late in the game to not tell the truth. The typical sort of conservative Republican conventional thinker is you guys are going to make progressive government work. Well, first of all, why the hell would you want to? And second of all, you're not going to make it work. If you read Progressivism, a Primer, my best-selling book, you will understand that you can't make it work. It's intrinsically inefficient, bad, wrong, whatever adjectives you want to spell out. So again, those who are skeptical of this approach of using the Republican control of 23 states to start to rail at the government school monopoly and eventually get rid of them entirely. I'm not pulling any punches here. The book is quite clear. It's just that it can be done in stages. It doesn't have to be done all at once. And the first thing we need to do is repeal the compulsory education law and thereby also repeal all the regulations on homeschooling and private schools, which reduce educational choice, which you promised to fulfill in your last Republican platform. So my question to those people is, if not free the children, what's your idea? Or what other issue? Are you going to cut waste, fraud, and abuse? Do you think Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy are going to save you? I mean, they're the problem. They're not the solution. they're the problem. So that's the question I leave with everybody. So I'll talk to you tomorrow to have some of these software bugs work out. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.